Well, the Jags win. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. I'm Channing Curtis. Your Jacksonville Jaguars beat the Carolina Panthers at home. Tonight in Sports Final, our sports director, Chris Porter, will have all your highlights. You'll hear from the players and the head coach. But first, we need to talk about what happened between the plays. Now, Jags fans had to be patient after these storms rolled through downtown Jacksonville. Now, at first, it was a pretty hot one out there, but then lightning caused an hour and 16-minute weather delay, clearing the field and the stands as well. Our Zach Wilcox is actually joining us live now from EverBank Stadium. Zach, you actually spoke with both fans who stayed at the game and those who left a little bit early.
Yeah, Chinny, a couple of different approaches there, right? The top headline, of course, is the Jags' victory and starting the season on the right note. But perhaps the second biggest headline was the weather. In true Florida fashion, you had the first quarter fans roasting in the sun, getting sunburned, and then by the second quarter, they had their ponchos on, and we had that weather delay going on. And so, talk with a lot of fans who mentioned that all of that happening within the first half of the game has them thinking about the day when there will be a roof covering this stadium behind me here.
Oh man, it was a fun time. It was really hot first half, probably the hottest Jags game I've ever been to in my life.
The hottest game in memory for Tucker Price got even more noteworthy when the players started leaving the field in the second quarter.
It's super rare. I mean, like, that was probably the first Jags game I've ever been to that actually had a weather delay, and I've been going to games my whole life.
Perhaps an even bigger question than if the Jags would come away with a win was if Price would be there to see it.
We sat in Daly's place for about an hour or so. We almost called it quits. Well, they did. My parents almost did. I didn't. I'd never call it quits on the Jaguars.
Of course, some fans didn't have the same level of patience as the delay ticked past an hour. Did you guys head out, though, because of the delay? Or?
Yeah, and I'm hot. So I want to just drink normally.
Once I got the whole experience, okay, well, we can catch the rest of it on television.
One big change in the works could keep more fans around when the weather turns. A roof. The Stadium of the Future will feature a clear canopy that the Jaguars say is made out of some of the same materials as SoFi Stadium in California and Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. However, it may not put an end to weather delays altogether, as the stadium won't be totally enclosed. As an example, SoFi Stadium saw a weather delay with lightning in the area in 2021, despite having a roof because of the exposed sides. But at least fans won't have to be wet or hot while they wait.
Jags games are going to be much more lively. Everyone's going to have a great time. Nobody's going to be hot, cold, sweaty.
Now, Price is right that code blues like we saw today here at home are pretty rare. In fact, the Florida Times-Union reports the last one before today's was back in November of 2022. And if you remember that game, it was when the Jags actually came out on top of the Ravens, and then they went on to win 5 out of their last 6 games in the regular season to take the AFC South and then also have a home playoff game. So hopefully today's code blue sets them up for a similar trajectory. In downtown, Zach Wilcox, First Coast News, on your side.